Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Clash Gaming with Chris. Just to follow up yesterday's episode, I thought I would include two dragon attacks from the previous war, which were done a little bit more strategically and can basically show you how to use the positioning of the dragons just to make sure you get that 3-star. As you can see, by last war, it was quite a tight one as well. I think we managed to 3-star all of them except for their number one, who was not taken down, yes. These two attacks were actually done by myself as well, off my tablet account, Barnacle. As you can see by this base, I know his walls make it look like the base is not very well upgraded, but if you take note of all the defenses, everything on this base is maxed. Maxed archers, maxed anti-air sweeper, and even his Teslas are done as well. So basically this is an attack against a maxed out Town Hall 8. Even his king is level 10 as well, but for a dragon attack that doesn't make much of a difference. As you can see, both these attacks I'm going to show you, I've got 10 dragons, 2 lightning and an earthquake, and then a rage spell just to help out with balloons in the clan castle. This guy had his builder's huts in the corners, as you can see, left, right, top and bottom, obviously making it a little bit more tricky with the deployment of the dragons. But what I've done is, you'll see my placement, so I'm just going to pause quickly, my placement on these two here. I've got one dragon there in the top left, and one on the top right, and I've placed them on the top of the builder's huts, hoping that they will move closer towards the buildings on the top area of the base, because I will be taking out this anti-air here. So once I've deployed those two, I deployed a third one at the top, just to clear that out, and then give it some time. The dragon on the left did what I wanted, the dragon on the right not so much. He unfortunately went down after he took out that barracks, but the idea is to destroy the buildings on the corners to make sure that when you funnel from the top downwards, they don't go around the base and get picked off by the anti-air. So once I'd done that, took out the anti-air there at the bottom, let the dragons follow, drop balloons in behind, and was ready with that poison spell for his clan castle troops. I ended up using my rage a little bit earlier than I wanted to here, just to get that dragon down, because if he turned onto the balloons, that would definitely be a big problem for me. These balloons that I'm using here are max level balloons sent from my phone's account. This would still work just as well with even level 6 balloons. Level 5 not quite as well, but as you can see by the end of this base, even with a maxed out one, I still there have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of my 10 dragons alive, and one of the balloons are still left. The balloons are quite nice also to soak up those heat-seeking air mines. Rather have one of those take out a balloon than take out a dragon, as the balloon has a quarter of the health that the bomb does. But as you can see also, by dropping the dragons on the corners to take out the builders' huts, I don't have to now worry about them to work their way back down, because they've taken that out, that's all sorted. Even the one at the top, just the one at the bottom left, which they'll go for once they're done. But even now, all defenses are down, we still have 5 of our dragons left over. So all in all, I'd say that was a pretty good attack. My Barbarian King is under attack on this account. If he wasn't, I would have used him to on the right hand side over here to take out those buildings and help create that funnel for the dragons. There have been many times before where I've attacked maxed out Tunnel 8s and the dragons don't do what you want them to do, and you only have 10 to drop, so if you make a mistake with even 1 or 2 of them, you're going to be in for some trouble. The second attack I'm going to show you, the space is not by any means maxed out. It's anti-airs. In fact, it's practically a Town Hall 7. It just has its extra archer tower built as well. But the reason I want to show you this one is more so for the attack strategy as well. This guy's base is quite tricky, because if you look at his air sweeper, whether I attack from the top side or whether I attack from the left side, his air sweeper is still going to target me at some point. I can't come from behind the air sweeper, which is always a bit of a problem. What I did on this one was had the buildings in the corners as well, and I think I decided to take out the top anti-air. We'll see now what I did. Yes, I took out the top one, and then I actually dropped the dragon by the 2 army camps to create that funnel. Obviously in the 2 corners first, get those 2 out of the way, and you'll see my placement of them. I didn't drop them directly below the army camp. I dropped them closer towards the left hand side so that they would move back towards those buildings. And now, as you can see, all my dragons are pushing in. There's a clear funnel towards the middle because the dragon on the bottom and the dragon on the top have taken out those buildings. Get the balloons in behind, get ready on that rage spell. You generally want to use the rage spell when you are close to the anti-airs, but as you can see, this air sweep is giving me quite a bit of trouble. It probably would have given a lot more if I had not had that rage spell with me. So as you can see, that clearly does make quite a big difference. But as you can see as well, this one does not quite show what it would be like, because obviously I would have lost a lot more dragons and a lot more balloons by this point. But as I said, I just wanted to show you this for the actual strategy point of it. Even if this was a maxed out Town Hall 8 account, this attack strategy still would have worked because of the placement and how well I managed to funnel the dragons in. Obviously having the extra the high level balloons helps, and if you did not have a rage spell because your lightning spell is not yet level 4 and you can't do 2 lightning and an earthquake, this attack strategy would be very, very different. In fact, a maxed out Town Hall 8 base will not work if you do not have 2 lightning and an earthquake with a rage, unless their layout is very, very easily accessible to the anti-airs, and you can use your king maybe even to get to one of them, or some hogs in a clan castle to get to one of them. I will try and find some footage like that for you guys to watch. Basically, where there's an anti-air close to the outside, you use your king as a tank, you drop in 5 hogs behind him just to jump over the wall and get to that anti-air, you lighten down the other one, and then you only have one left to deal with. Cool, well guys, thank you very much for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll try and hit you guys up with some more content as soon as possible. I'm going to make my videos a lot more frequent than I have been before. I've been doing one every 2 weeks or so, but I'm going to carve out some time now to really focus on the channel and try and get you guys a video every second or third day, if not even one every second day. Cool, well guys, thanks a lot. We'll catch you next time.